Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be doing a simulation and predictions on Matchday 2. Tomorrow actually, there's three big teams. We have Argentina, France, and Norway. So I think this will be a pretty exciting matchup. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, for disclosure first, I want to say if I am pronouncing these names or words wrong, I'm sorry in advance. But today we're analyzing 4 Matchday 2 fixtures that could completely reshape Group I and J. Will Argentina continue their march toward the knockout stage? Can Austria pull off one of the biggest upsets of the tournament? Will France show why they're considered the strongest squad in the entire World Cup? And can Norway's rising golden generation overcome a dangerous Senegal side? We'll break down squad strength, tactical battle, key players, weaknesses, qualification implications, and finally give a score prediction for every match. So let's head on to match number 1. For match number 1, we have Argentina versus Austria. The team ratings, Argentina is currently 96 out of 100, Austria 83 out of 100. On paper, this is one of the biggest gaps in quality we'll see in Matchday 2. Argentina enters as one of the tournament's favorites, while Austria arrives as disciplined, dangerous outsider capable of causing problems. So let's get right into Argentina's analysts. Argentina's biggest strength remains balance. Unlike many elite nations that rely heavily on one area of the pitch, Argentina possesses quality everywhere. Defensively, they remain organized and difficult to break down. Their midfield combines tactical quality, work rate, creativity, and control. Their attack possesses elite finishing and experience in major tournaments. What separates Argentina from most teams isn't just talent, it's their ability to control momentum. When Argentina scores first, they rarely loses control of matches. They're patient, intelligent, and emotionally resilient. The biggest concern, occasionally, they can become too comfortable when dominating possession, allowing opponents opportunities on the counterattack. Against stronger teams that could become dangerous, against Australia, however, they should expect to control most of the game. Now for Australia's analysis, Australia have quietly become one of Europe's most organized sides. Austria, I'm sorry, I think I added an L before. My apologies. Their tactical structure is excellent. Their pressing system can force mistakes from opponents. Their midfield works extremely hard, both offensively and defensively. The challenge is quality. Austria can compete physically. Austria can compete tactically, but over 90 minutes, matching Argentina's individual brilliance becomes extremely difficult. For Austria to have any chance, they must remain compact defensively and take advantage of transition opportunities. If the game becomes open, Argentina's superior talent will eventually take over. Now, the key battle, Argentina's creative midfield versus Austria pressing structure. If Austria disrupts Argentina's build-up early, they could keep up the game competitively. If Argentina established rhythm, Austria could spend most of the match defending. So all the predictions it's gonna be all at the end. So you guys can see it at the end. But we're analyzing first, alright? So let's head on to match number 2. Match number 2, we have Jordan versus Algeria. The team ratings for Algeria is 74 out of 100. For Jordan is 72 out of 100. This is arguably the closest matchup of the day. Only 2 points separates these teams. A result here could determine who remains alive in the group. Now, for Jordan's analysts, Jordan have become one of the most disciplined teams in Asia. They are organized, they are hardworking, they rarely beat themselves. Defensively, they remain compact and difficult to break down. The biggest issue remains offensive creativity. Jordan often depends on collective teamwork rather than moments of individual brilliance. That works against weaker teams. Against opponents of similar quality, however, creating chances becomes much harder. Jordan's path to victory likely involves patience, structure, and efficiency. Now, for Algeria's analysis, Algeria possesses more natural talent throughout the squad. Their attacking players are capable of producing moments of magic. They have greater technical quality in possession. Their midfield is generally more creative. However, Algeria can sometimes struggle with consistency. They occasionally dominate games without converting enough chances. They can also become vulnerable when forced into defensive transitions. Against Jordan, they should have more possession. The question is whether they can convert that possession into goals. So the key battles: Jordan organization versus Algeria's creativity. This could become a tactical chess match where one mistake decides everything. And let's head on to the third match. Now, for the third match, it's France versus Iraq. For the team ratings, France is incredibly high with a rating of 97 out of 100, and Iraq a little bit low, 64.6 out of 100. This is the largest rating gap amongst today's fixtures. France enters as arguably the strongest team in the entire tournament. Iraq enters as an underdog hoping to survive. France analysts, France has everything: elite goalkeeping, elite defenders, elite midfielders, elite attackers. Depth that most countries can only dream about. Their physical power is world class. Their speed is terrifying. Their ability to transition from defense to attack is among the best in football. Most importantly, France possesses match winners all across the pitch. Even if one star struggles, they have like a bad match or anything like that, another can decide the game. The biggest danger for France is complacency. Talent isn't enough at the World Cup, but if they play near their normal level, they should control this match very easily. And for Iraq's analysts, Iraq still deserves enormous respect simply for reaching this stage. They are passionate, they are resilient, they work incredibly hard. The challenge is obvious. France are superior almost everywhere. Iraq's best chance will be defensive organization and emotional intensity. If they can frustrate France for an extended amount of period of time, pressure may begin to build. But maintaining concentration for 90 minutes against a squad like France is extremely difficult, almost impossible. The key battle for this is basically Iraq's defensive block versus France's attacking depth. Eventually, France's pressure could become overwhelming, and that is pretty obvious. Their team is literally stacked. If you look at the bench and their main team, what are you supposed to do? So let's head on right next to the match number 4. Now, match number 4 is Norway versus Senegal. Their team ratings currently for Norway is 87.2 out of 100. For Senegal is 79.5 out of 100. This is the best matchup of Matchday 2. Both teams possesses genuine quality. Both teams believe they can reach the knockout stage. And both understand the importance of this result. Now, for Norway's analysis, Norway's rise has been impressive. Their squad combines physicality, technical quality, and attacking power. They possess one of the most dangerous attacking units in the entire tournament. Their transition game is excellent. Their directness can overwhelm opponents. Their concern remains tournament experience. Norway has talent, but talent must consistently deliver under World Cup pressure. This matchup will be a huge test. Now, for Senegal's analysts, Senegal remains one of Africa's strongest teams. Their athleticism is elite, their defensive structure is strong, their mentality is excellent. Unlike many underdogs, Senegal won't be intimidated. They are comfortable playing against bigger nations. The challenge is a chance creation. Against organized opponents, Senegal sometimes struggle to produce enough clear opportunities. And that is quite obvious if you look through their previous matches. They must be clinical when chances arrive. So the key battle here, Norway's attacking firepower versus Senegal's athletic defense. This matchup could decide Group I. Now this is the part where it's for the final predictions. Now Argentina versus Austria. Argentina possesses too much quality, too much experience, and too much attacking depth. Austria should compete well early, but may struggle once against Argentina settles into rhythm. So my prediction, I'd have to go with Argentina 3-2-1, a comfortable win against Austria. The win probability for Argentina is 72%, draw is an 18%, and Austria, I'd say around less than 10%. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely around there. And for Jordan versus Algeria, this battle feels like a low-scoring tactical battle. Algeria's superior creativity gives them a slight edge. So my prediction, I definitely have to lean for Algeria. Algeria wins 1-0 against Jordan. The win probability, I'd say Algeria has a 42% of winning. There's Jordan with a 23% of winning, and a draw, there's a 35% chance that would happen. Now, let's get into the match where it's quite a little bit obvious, unless Iraq could pull something humongous, who knows. France versus Iraq. France should dominate possession and chances. Iraq will fight, but the quality difference is enormous. So, my predictions, I have to go with France. This is pretty obvious. France wins 4-0 against Iraq, a very comfortable win. The win probability, I'd say France has an 84% chance of winning, an 11% chance of drawing, and Iraq, I think, less than 5% of winning. But this could shock everyone if things do go the other way around. But that chance is very low, so we'll see. And let's head on to the last match. We got Norway versus Senegal, the toughest prediction of the day. Norway have slightly more firepower. Senegal have enough quality to make this extremely competitive. So my predictions, I still have to go with my man Erling Haaland. I'd say Norway wins 2-1 against Senegal. The win probability, Norway is around 49% to 50%. There's Senegal with a 24% chance of winning. And for a draw, I'd say there's a 27% chance of that happening. Well, those are my match day 2 predictions. Do you agree with them, or do you think we're about to see a major World Cup upset? Football is around, anything could happen. Even the biggest teams can lose. Even the smallest ones who look very weak can make miracles. So, I'll see you guys in the next day. And I hope my predictions this time are all accurate, because I would love to see 100% win rate on these predictions. Alright then, see you guys next time.